Hey there, in this video we'll take a look together at how to create a phantom from the API and without the need of doing it manually from the platform. You may already have wondered how to create your phantoms through an automation and an API call. This is actually quite straightforward, and you can do it by your own with Postman or any other automation tool such as N8N, Zapier or Make.com. Let's check it together. The first thing you need to do is to test your API call. For this, you will have to go on the PhantomBuster Developer Hub. When you are on this page, you can click on View More under the PhantomBuster API v2. Then we'll try to select the right API endpoint. Under Agents, you will click on Agents Save. This API endpoint helps you to create a new phantom or to update an existing one. If you want to test your API call directly here, you need to copy-paste your API key in the header, as you can see here on the right. To grab a new API key, you will need to go on the platform, click on your name on the top right corner, and then API keys. Then here you'll be able to add a new API key. You will click on that button. Then you will see that you will have a new API key listed here. And you just need to copy this key that you will then paste in the header of your API call. After grabbing your API key in your PhantomBuster account, I will recommend you to test your API call on the API reference page of PhantomBuster. So here you can see that I selected the agents save endpoints. So the endpoints that will allow you to create or to update a phantom. My API key is pasted here on the header. So now we can take a look at the body of our request and the arguments that we can specify. First, the ID. I need to specify the ID if I want to update an existing phantom. That's not our case today. On the org, I need to set PhantomBuster. The script will be the script of the phantom I want to create. So let's say I want to create a Sales Navigator search export phantom. I will need to put Sales Navigator search export.js. In this case, let's say I want to create a LinkedIn post likers exports, and don't forget the .js. Then the branch, you need to set it to master. The environment, it's not very important, you can forget it. And then the name of the agent. So you'll be able to recognize your created phantom when you go on your dashboard. And then you will be able to parameter other settings such as the execution time limit, the file management, the parallelism, the launch type, and even your proxy. But let's say we are good. So now we can click on try it. And here on the response, we got the ID of the newly created phantom. So we made sure that our API call was working. Coming back to my PhantomBuster dashboard, I can see that my phantom was successfully created. Now let's try to do the same through N8N. Now on N8N, I will create a new workflow. I will select a new action and search for HTTP request. This module allows me to launch API requests. So now I need to parameter my API call. So let's get back to the API reference of PhantomBuster. My API endpoint is agents/save. So I will copy the endpoint, and when I have a look at the endpoint, I can see that it's a post method that I need to make on N8N. So I will select the post in the method and then paste my endpoint. Then I need to select send headers. This is where I will specify my API key. As a name, I have to write X PhantomBuster key and then paste my API key. Then I can toggle on send body and I will select using JSON. This box is where I will be able to send the different parameters that we saw before, such as the script, the name of the agent, and all the settings you want to have in your Phantom. So I will get back to the API reference, and you can see here on the call requests, you have these JSON with the OR, the script, the branch, and the name. I will copy this JSON and paste it in the JSON box here. We should be good now. I will select execute step and launch an API call to create a Phantom. It seemed like it worked. Let's have a look on my PhantomBuster account. Back on my PhantomBuster dashboard, you can see that I created this new Phantom. Actually the same one that we just created before on the API documentation. It's as simple as that. But if you go on the setup of your Phantoms, you will see that the configuration is actually empty. So I will always recommend you to first create your Phantom manually to connect your LinkedIn account, then to specify an input, to set up the behavior of your Phantom. For example, if you want to select the watcher mode, to set up your launch frequency, and then to click on the three dots, switch to JSON, and you will see new parameters that you can include in your JSON. So if you think you are good to go, you can copy these parameters and paste them alongside the ones you were writing just before. So let's change the name of our Phantom and see if it's working. Test video post likers export to. I will hit execute step. And now I can go back on my PhantomBuster account, on my dashboard, and you can see that my Phantom was successfully created. That's all for this video and for this tutorial. You are now able to create your Phantoms automatically through an API call from your own environment or Postman, Zapier, N8N, or Make.com. Feel free to ask any question you have on the comments of this video or to reach out to me on the PhantomBuster community. Thank you for listening. Catch you in the next tutorial.